Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Saturday morning. I know we're not live streaming today, so I thought I would bring you a little highlight, a little blast from the past. We're going to take a look at the 2022 semifinal matchup between Ivan and Victor. So enjoy this matchup. These guys are epic competitors, and I will see everybody next week as we kick off the Elite 8 for the 2023 World Championship of 3D CAD speed modeling. See everybody.
This first match is going to be between Victor K. Victor K slashed his way through the black bracket. He was able to defeat Tank in the first round. He was able to defeat Dr. Beljan in the second round. He was able to defeat a former world champion, Gerben, in the third round, and now he's in the semifinals. But guess what? He's against another former world champion in Ivan the Reasonable, the Canadian assassin.
The suspense is real.
Yeah, Ivan chopped his way through Sabuj. He went through JA, and then he went through Ricardo J in the semifinals. No, in the round of 8. Now he's in the semifinals. So we're going to find out who's going to win between these two titans. And to help us decide what their matchup is going to be, we've put together kind of a fun little thing here. A randomized wheel for these challenges. As you guys know, I have a lot of these drawings, and so we are going to randomize it this time. Let's shuffle this wheel up here. This wheel is sponsored by SolidBox. Remember, if you guys need computers for CAD, check out SolidBox, mysolidbox.com. You ready to spin the wheel, Dan?
I'm ready, man.
Let's go. Here we go. Let's see if we can get some desktop audio on this so we can hear it.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, man, T74. Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to remove that one from the list because that's the one that we're going to be doing here as our first matchup. This is a tough one. You guys are going to be in for a little bit of a challenge on this one. T74. Let's remove that from the list and let's get into it here. Let's learn a little bit about our runners. Dan, maybe I know you know these guys a little bit. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what these guys are up to.
For sure. And in preparing for this, doing some homework, trying to watch all these previous matches, right? I know Ivan really well. Ivan's a user group leader. He's an awesome SolidWorks user in Canada. Favorite color, orange. Like, I didn't know that. That's a fun fact. When I grow up, I want to play above average hockey. That's a good goal. I don't know if he did that. I mean, I would assume Ivan's grown up at this point, so maybe.
I think he's still going for it.
Oh, still going for it.
Yeah.
Doesn't like ice cream. Mountains over beaches, and it's cold outside. I talked to Ivan this week. It was snowing up in the Great White North.
Wow.
He showed me. Yeah, he showed me.
He's going for it.
Victor, been using SolidWorks for 8 years. Currently work for a 3D scanning firm, and 6 years using SolidWorks with Formula SAE. Near and dear to my heart. I spent a good amount of time in college Formula SAE as well. So what a match, man. I mean,
I thought about you when I saw that fun fact.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right, well, these guys are both ready. They both have SolidWorks up on their screen. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip over to full screen, and I'm going to stay on full screen here for a second. And as soon as I show this 2D print, they are going to grab a screen capture and begin modeling. And we're going to find out
good luck, gentlemen.
Who's going to win between Victor and Ivan. This CAD battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XXX grams? Tolerance is plus or minus 1 gram. There's some drafted faces there looking down from the top. Notice the general note, some edges hidden for clarity. And if we look in the title block, this is plain carbon steel, 7,800 kilograms per cubic meter. Our CAD runners are going. Let's flip over and see how they approach this challenge. We've got Victor on the left. We've got Ivan the Reasonable on the right. We're going to be watching the chat to see who comes up with this answer first.
Victor was a little faster out of the gate. Got to say, Toby, he already started to sketch, has some geometry on the screen. Ivan's taking his time, but you advised that, right? You said take your time. This is one of your tougher drawings. Not necessarily some surprises, but a little bit more complicated models this time around. So Victor has a close contour also.
We love seeing the close contours. I got to tell you, in the beginning, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like close contours, but these CAD speed modelers have made me a believer.
Wow, really?
I've started using them a lot more. Yeah.
Because where's he gonna go from here, right? He's headed towards what we think he's gonna do. But for me, looking at Ivan's screen, Ivan seems to be planning out a little bit more, maybe taking his time a bit more. But
oh man,
my gosh,
as soon as we talk,
you never know. Yep.
A thin feature revolve. That's something I don't think we've seen the entire tournament so far. Wow,
Ivan, that was epic.
Yeah. The audience. Good points from the audience here. Let's see here. Please next year include free CAD link. We see from Annabelle. Yep, free CAD is definitely available as a competitor. We're going to definitely see some free CAD next year in the 2023 tournament. Looking forward to that.
Tom Smith says CAD didn't exist when he did Formula SAE.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Going back, Tom. Services Technique Eric says, ouch, this model is very
is tough,
interesting.
man.
Yeah, it starts out, I mean, I think both of our runners are approaching this thing, creating a cross-section and then revolving it about a center line, but very different approaches as far as we've got Ivan on the right kind of doing like feature by feature.
Yep.
We see Victor on the left doing a lot more in the very first feature. So we'll see which one pays off.
Victor certainly had the sketch shape on the screen faster, and Ivan was taking his time, and suddenly we saw that thin feature just like appear out of nowhere. That was super fast.
And a very different order of feature creations this time as well. You know, the earlier matches we saw, I think it was pretty clear where to start and what order you should create your features in. But now as the models get more complicated, it's going to be up to our masters to decide what is going to be the fastest approach. Our masters are here today in the Final Four.
I sent this link, Toby, to a neighbor of mine today, and he said, wow, can you keep up with these guys? Like model? I was like, no, definitely not. These are the best in the world.
No.
Yeah.
These guys are the best.
Yeah.
So
very different approaches here. It seems like Victor has a little bit more of the geometry done at this point, the overall shape, but Ivan definitely has a different approach and less features at this point too.
yeah, trying to get that kind of like foundation down, and it looks like Ivan has a lot less geometry, but the truth is that he's already got that interior geometry, done that maybe Victor will struggle with later on in the design. We'll see though. I haven't seen Victor struggle at all this entire tournament, so we'll see if that actually is true. And now we see Victor.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Starting to cut away.
Yep.
It's so funny too in this speed, like. These guys aren't overly concerned with fully defining or making sure every contour is perfect or trimming or just going fast.
Just as you say that, he goes straight fully defined.
Like, no, watch this.
He's ready.
Hold my beer.
Yeah. Hold my beer while I fully define this thing. So it looks like we're going to see an extrude cut using flip side to cut so he can cut away the outside. Very nice from Victor there. And we see Ivan on the right. Kind of creating that same feature with that circular pattern, trying to get those shapes in. Looks like Ivan's trying to incorporate that fillet that would normally be on the tips of that star.
Right from the sketch.
Yeah, right from the... Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Was not expecting that. Wow, Ivan just goes for it. So now he's using the old contour selection.
Contour selection, which is like... Don't be afraid to include a lot of extra info in your sketch, right? Because you can chew through it.
And there we go. He's got that whole top section done now.
Oh, my gosh.
This is, we see Victor was able to, focus on the top section at first. Now he's doing that interior kind of half moon shape.
Yep.
Or crescent moon shape.
He's going to have to hollow that out in there now, but Ivan already has that done because he started with a thin feature.
Right. And so now we see our runners kind of neck and neck. I'm getting I'm getting that tennis net, looking back and forth. Goose and Family says, go, go, go. Live studio audience says their palms are getting sweaty. Let's see what's going to happen here. Who's going to come up with the mass of this part first? We're getting close, yeah. Could be the fire that's, making your palms sweaty.
Oh, my God.
Bucks is here from South Africa. What's up, Bucks? Welcome, welcome. Okay, looks like Ivan. Man,
I know. Holy cow.
Ivan on the right. Again, this guy doesn't use toolbars. If you didn't know, Ivan does not use toolbars.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah. Looks like Ivan is going to be coming up with potentially an answer here, and Ivan has answered with 103 grams, and that is correct.
Wow.
Woo!
Nice job,
wow. Yeah. The crowd goes nuts, and Victor coming in right behind him with 106, but 103 was correct. Ivan got it first.
Nice job, gentlemen. Nice job.
Congratulations to both of our runners. Guys, let's give our runners a GG in the chat. Good game to both of the runners.
Toby doesn't get much better than that, man.
That was intense. My goodness.
I'm not going to survive this.
Wow.
This is
One of our studio audience members actually has to leave because it was too intense.
They're leaving. This is too much.
Doctor's orders. Yeah. Wow. Man, goodness gracious.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. That was fast, fast, fast. Very nicely done, guys. GG. Let's give a GG to the winner. Let's give a GG to both of our runners. Ivan versus Victor does not disappoint.
Not
Ivan, the former champ, taking
champ.
a lead, 1-0.
Yep. Victor
Wow.
right behind him, and just
Victor
seeing
right
their different
behind him.
approaches, like right out of the gate, and it comes down to the wire. Like that was like a textbook match. That was awesome.
That was nuts. Yeah. Well, guys, I mean, let's go. Let's keep this train rolling. So let's take a look here at our Wheel of Misfortune. Sponsored by SolidBox. Computers for CAD. If you need a professional computer, check out SolidBox. And let's give that wheel a spin. Dan, why don't you take the honors this time?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try not to end. The
Here we
whole
go.
live stream here.
No, don't end the whole stream.
Where you want me
Right in the middle. Right in the middle. Okay, he did it.
End stream.
Here we go. End stream. End live stream. Okay, this next one is going to be, oh boy, 73. Okay, let's go. So that last one, yeah, woo! So that last one was actually a physical part. We got a physical part here. It is a nozzle.
Ooh.
Yep, looks like it broke, so I needed to get these. I needed to trick somebody into 3D modeling it so I can 3D print it.
Oh,
And so
now you got two people to
I got
model.
these guys to do it. So I'll look at their models and see which
Two
one,
to choose from.
which one I like more exactly. So okay, so now we're gonna go on to 73. We're gonna remove that from the list, and let's learn a little bit more about our runners. Let's take a look here. Oh, a couple more fun facts about Victor there for you, Dan.
Oh, after SE? Okay, he worked on 5 different 3D printer projects at once. Holy cow! Does that mean he has 5 3D
I
printers?
suppose it does.
Wow. I have a hard time finishing project, but no problem starting new ones. Victor, again, that is near and dear to my heart as well. You can look around my house and find 10 projects I haven't finished
The
yet.
curse of the engineer.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? Is it broken?
Yeah.
I'll fix it, or at least I'll put it on my bench.
Yeah, I'll put that over there. I'll take it apart,
Yeah.
and then I'll never put it back.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for our fun facts. It sounds like the live studio audience is falling apart behind us, but okay, nothing's
coming
on
off
fire.
the-
That guy's getting. It looks like he's
Coming off
getting
the rails here.
His booty's getting spanked back there. That's how it happens when you're, at a live tournament. All right. I think we are ready for this next matchup between Victor and Ivan. So here we go. Let's flip over to our full screen.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Good luck to Victor. Good luck to Ivan. Victor in the chat says, I found out where I messed up. He's got to know. He's not ready to go on to the next battle until he figures it out.
Yep.
Well, this
I
next
respect-
battle,
I respect that.
I respect. Much respect. This next battle begins in 3, 2, 1, go. What is the mass of this part in XX.XX grams? Tolerance plus or minus 0.02 grams. And this part is MMGS. It's ABS plastic, 10-20 kilograms per cubic meter. There's some notes on here. The tops of those fins need to be rounded off, either full round or 2 equal fillets. Dealer's choice. Our runners are already going. Let's see how they start this challenge, Dan.
Is this another part you needed 3D modeled, like the other half of that connector?
Could be. This is a filament spool that I need for my 3D printer. So, guys, when you're done with this one, make sure you email it to me. And it looks like Victor's starting on the left.
gmail.com.
Yeah, it looks like Victor's starting on the left with a revolve approach, kind of creating the cross section, where Ivan just jumped right in and made that first boss extrude.
It's so interesting. 2 engineers can pick 2 completely different perspectives to start the same part.
And so it looks like Ivan is moving on to the next part of this feature, creating, I guess
He
we
just mirrored there, like super. Oh my God, the shortcuts! Unbelievable.
no
man.
toolbars. He just blasts through with the
Just
shortcuts.
blasting through shortcuts.
Making that kind of vertical post, which is curved, just like the circular base is curved. That vertical post is curved as well.
So cool the way he did that.
I even got that in there with some offsets, it looks like. Victor, in the meantime, on the left, is going through and creating almost like a dual quadrant of that post.
And Victor, although he started on that with the revolve instead of on the top plane, actually ended up with basically the same shape as Ivan pretty quickly, right? And again, just there's so many different ways to accomplish this.
And look at Victor
Oh,
going
look
through
at
and
that.
making all 4 of those
Yeah.
posts at once. Wow. That's pretty tight. Ivan's got that first post up now, and looks like he's going to get ready to get into the next section. A lot of these models, the prints, they are a little tricky. It's tricky to figure out, like, how are you going to get that section? How are you going to get that middle area? How are you going to get that fin going between the two? So it looks like Ivan there used a shortcut again, making a plane.
It's the setup he has done to increase his efficiency through shortcuts, S key, everything. awesome. Just super cool. But Victor's got 4 posts up now.
Bump that volume down just a little.
Okay, he's got the full upright, and maybe he'll come back and trim that afterwards.
That's what I'm thinking, because he did that revolve at first.
Ah, okay.
Another, okay. I don't know if that's what's going on there. If that's a misclick, that's intentional. If maybe he's doing the fins right now.
Yeah.
The supporting bridging fins.
This is tough because those fins in the middle, they don't go all the way. We're gonna have to end up going back in and cutting away anyway. So.
CEK347 says this is fun. Thanks for doing this.
Awesome.
Oh, you're very welcome, CEK.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks of course to the runners, the true stars of this show.
Goose says that's a tight part tolerance. How tight did you put the tolerance?
I think plus or minus 0.02 grams.
We have tough standards around here,
yeah,
Goose.
you know, if I'm gonna put this thing in my 3D printer, I don't want it falling apart or jamming up my other gears.
All right, let's see.
I'm liking this approach from both of our runners. Both of them kind of getting a little bit stuck in that thin area.
I see. They're taking their time.
Not really sure what to do.
All right, Victor's going to try and chew away some of that.
Mm-hmm. We're going to see what he does here to kind of clear that out. I like that.
This part is symmetric, right? So if...
Symmetric on all 4 quadrants, actually, on this one. So the all 4 of the sections of this thing are the same. Little note there on the print for that, too. Taking a lot of liberties with the notes on my prints.
Just general notes.
Just general notes everywhere.
Tight tolerances. Totally symmetric.
Yeah, exactly. And Among C says, you guys are awesome. Damn amazing. Thank you. And I agree with Eric saying really interesting to see these different approaches. Yeah,
Yep.
completely agree.
Yep.
2 different masters, and you look at these models and they're at a very different spot on these models. But as we've seen before, sometimes it's just a few clicks away from just like a magic trick.
That's one of the most surprising. Like before, when we saw Ivan whip out the thin feature, like in a second, a lot of the geometry can be done.
Yeah, I thought he was going to spend a lot of time offsetting and nope, he just
and
one click and he just had that feature done.
You know, Victor's making some progress on those uprights though, and again, thinking about the symmetry. You really only have to get one quadrant done, right?
Yeah. Once he gets the one, he should be pretty good to go. And Ivan on the left. I mean, whenever you have geometry like this, where you've got like an angled fin coming up into a curved face, this is something that I think has stumped a lot of us over the years. It's not always the easiest thing to figure out how to do it properly.
Yep.
And so I think that we're seeing both these guys kind of run into this as a challenge, a little bit of a challenge here. And Eric Beatty says, hey, gang, sorry to join the action late. Had to take care of the dogs first. Hey, Eric, what do they say? A wizard is always on time.
That's true. I've never heard that before, but it sounds true.
You never heard that before, huh? We got to get you some...
Thin feature. Eric says, that's a really bold strategy, Cotton.
Wow.
See how it pays off for him.
Yeah. And so now we see Ivan cutting away. Whoa, yikes. Ivan ending up with a little bit of a
little flat
rogue geometry, if you will.
Yeah.
Going to an old standby with delete face.
Oh, that was
wow.
sick. That was sick.
Okay. Now what's he going to do with that other section, though? Can delete face help him out here as well? We're going to find out.
I don't know if delete face can handle that. That might be. Let's see.
What?
Are you kidding?
Wow.
Very impressive, Ivan. Very impressive.
Ivan just showing complete mastery of delete face.
Yeah.
Wow.
When in doubt, use delete face.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. And now he's entered into something structural member. I wasn't sure what he was going to do with that command. If he would have somehow worked that into the full round fillet, that would have been it. I would have just walked away.
Victor's spending a lot of time in the same area, though, right? Trying to get that angular connection between the two bodies there, 2 faces. That's the tough part, Toby. This is a tough model, for sure.
Yeah. Having a fin run into those curves can definitely be a problem. Barry in the chat says, delete face, best feature ever. Tamburor Station's in the chat as well. Says, morning, guys. Tough match. What's up, Tamburor Station? Tamburor Station, one of the first people to purchase a Too Tall Toby shirt. Available for sale at tootalltoby.com.
Oh, I'm going to have to Venmo you.
That was on the house, bro. Okay. We'll talk finances later.
Thanks.
All right, so we see Ivan now coming out with a circular pattern.
Okay.
Maybe wasn't happy with how that looked. wants to go back and maybe
Does he have
revise.
one single body at this point? He does, and I think
Might be
What about Victor? Is he multi-body at this point? I can't see his tree right
one
now.
one body.
Still one body.
Yep, one body for Victor.
So that's where doing those patterns. You might run into a case where it could be convenient to go with multi-body for a bit.
Yeah,
There
we
he
had
goes. Look at what Ivan's working on.
We had
Yep.
Andrew Lowe in the tournament for a while, and he was able to really show mastery of the whole multi-body approach.
That was
So,
sick, dude.
yeah, that was he really ripped that thing through. He's doing kind of the final spin, little section view there, make sure everything is looking good. All Day is in the chat. What's up, All Day? Saying this is amazing.
Victor just
and
made
Victor,
a
look
huge
at that.
step forward.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Victor's got all 4 fins already.
Yeah, nice
Wow.
nice work, Victor.
And let's see here. Ivan coming in with the answer 17.47. The correct answer is 17.45 with plus or minus 0.02, which means Ivan is within tolerance, secures the win, gets the victory, Cat.
Ivan.
Wow, Ivan, right by the skin of his teeth.
Holy
Wow, wow, wow. Man, that was
Holy
intense. Great job
That was
to
a tough
both of
part,
our
Toby.
runners. Really tough parts
Really
there.
tough part.
Wow, 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 wow. GG to both of our runners.
GG,
that was
GG.
intense. My goodness. Man.
The victory
The
cat.
chat is going crazy with GGs. That was wild, man. What did you think about that one, Dan?
I like watching those guys attack that angular section. I can't imagine doing that under pressure. And that's what the chat was talking about, is like trying to do this with the whole world watching here.
Yeah.
And
yes, indeed.
modeling a part like that's tough enough on your own, and doing it under pressure here on the clock against another runner.
Wow. Victor K comes into the chat, says, I did everything wrong. I
did
upside down sad face.
Victor, your approach was awesome too, man. Like, very impressive.
Guys, let's give Victor a round of
yeah,
applause.
Victor.
Great job to Victor. Put a 1 in the chat for Victor. Wow. Yeah, Victor. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congratulations making it to the Final Four. You are a master. All Day says it best in the chat. Victor, you are a master. Indeed, indeed. And congratulations to Ivan, who's going to move on to the final battle.
Wow.
So, wow, wow, wow.